Hey, what's up guys? How's everyone doing? So, what I got for you here is kind of a preview sort of thing for the English fan translation of Policenauts for the PlayStation 1. Now, Policenauts is basically, it's like a point-and-click adventure game that came out early 90s for the 3DO, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn. And it was created by Hideo Kojima, who is famous for Metal Gear Solid, of course. Yeah, so this is. He also made another game called Snatcher, which was came out before this, which is kind of the same thing. But that came out for the Sega CD in America, which I actually do have a copy for. It's pretty expensive nowadays. It costs about $100, $200 on eBay for Snatcher. But yeah, so what we got here is Policenauts, which came out after Snatcher and was not released in America. It's only in Japanese. So, two guys named Mark Laidlaw and Artemio Urbina, I hope I'm saying that right, created a fan translation. They started the project several years back, and yeah, so this was released a couple months ago, I think. And yeah, I finally applied the patch. I'm playing on an emulator here. At the moment, this is really the only free way to play it. I've probably wasted about 20 blank CDs trying to get it to run on my PlayStation with no success. So right now, this is pretty much the only way I've been able to get the game to run perfect. So yeah, this is not a how-to video. There's several out there, and check forums online to learn how to apply the patch. So yeah, so basically, I've started the game. Yeah, and this is the little intro, and yeah, I will let it run.
2010年、人類初のスペースコロニービヨンドコーストが完成し、人類の宇宙への本格的進出が開始され。
Yeah, notice how it said 2010. It's 2010 now, and we got no space station. That's like Beyond Coast. Beyond Coast is basically a it's like a space colony, really, that people live on, kind of like an off-world place, an off-world colony. Yeah, so these right here, the Policenauts. Yeah, in the game you play as a character named Jonathan Ingram with his partner Ed Brown, and the minute you see the two you'll be thinking, oh, Lethal Weapon, because Jonathan Ingram looks like Martin Riggs and Ed Brown looks like Roger Murtaugh from the Lethal Weapon films. But that's pretty much the only resemblance this game has to Lethal Weapon. Hideo Kojima does that a lot with his characters. He kind of, you know, rips off some stuff from already existing characters. I mean, in Snatcher, Snatcher is basically one big rip off of Blade Runner. Your character is Gillian Seed, is basically Rick Deckard from Blade Runner. This one rips the characters from Lethal Weapon, and Metal Gear Solid Snake, you know, resembles Snake Plissken from the Escape from New York and Escape from LA films. But that's pretty much all that Kojima really copies, is kind of the characters. The stories are all his. Yeah, so basically Jonathan Ingram was working outside the station, and there was a malfunction, and he got kind of frozen in time, so he's waking up 25 years later. Yeah, so pretty much everyone's gotten older, and they're all living on Beyond Coast, and he's kind of stuck here on Earth as a private detective. And so starts the really cool music. Yeah, so basically he's the detective here on Earth, and his wife comes to him one day and asks asks him to go looking for her husband. That sounds kind of weird. Oh, notice the solid snake sign right there. Nice little gag there. Because see, his wife figured Jonathan was dead when he was frozen in time or whatever. So she remarried to this guy, and he's gone missing. So basically, she comes to his front door and asks Jonathan for help. I won't give any more details there because there's spoilers. But yeah. Yeah, there's a picture of his wife right there. Well, his ex-wife, I guess. Yeah, so you can see he's kind of got the Lethal Weapon thing going on. He looks like Riggs from Lethal Weapon 2. And there's a picture of him and Ed Brown. Years before, though. There's also several connections between this game and Metal Gear Solid series. Little things, you know, like you saw the Solid Snake sign, and you saw that Jonathan was just smoking a cigarette, which they happen to be the same exact cigarettes the smokeless cigarettes he smokes in Metal Gear Solid 4. So this is the first chapter, the prologue. I'm trying to keep this to 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna be playing a whole lot of this. But yeah. So yeah, so the fan translation, basically it was a patch that you applied to the ISO image of the game. So it just changes the text. I mean, they still speak Japanese, but at least you can read it. Yeah, so at the moment, the patch is only available for the PlayStation version. I have the 3DO version, but it's all in Japanese and I don't understand any of it. And then there's the Sega Saturn version, which probably is going to be the last version people will go to. But the Sega Saturn does have light gun support. There are shooting stages in this game. Yeah, so this is basically the first playable spot right here. This is Jonathan's office. Notice how he uses the Beretta with the laser sight right there, which is the same gun except without the silencer that Snake used in Metal Gear Solid 2. So yeah, point and click. I'm playing on the emulator, so I use the mouse, which I find is easier. Yeah, so pretty much if you click on anything and look at it, and it'll show up with text. If it's something important, Jonathan will actually speak what the text is. Yeah, so I'm not going to play much more here because I don't want to give away spoilers, and I want to kind of keep this under 10 minutes. But yeah, so there's Policenauts for the PlayStation with the English patch. If you want to learn how to apply the patch and play the game, you can find it online. If you like Metal Gear Solid, you probably should play this game. It's very good. I'm a bit into it now, and I'm enjoying it probably more than I enjoyed Snatcher. So yeah, so there is Policenauts for you, and yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. See y'all later.